Welcome to the holiday sales prep workshop. We're going to plan out some of your Q4 offers, any graphics and emails that you want to do, and hopefully without a burnout. For anybody who doesn't know me, I'm Kaylee from Spellweaver Creative Studio. I help artists, handmade sellers, digital creators, because I've done all three. I've been in the handmade business. I did candles back in 2019. Then COVID hit, so that all went tits up. Then I got pregnant with my son. Handmade wasn't really a way I could carry on because my partner worked night shifts and I lived somewhere where there was nobody who could come and help me if I needed it. I juggled a lot, stumbled onto digital products and print on demand, which really helped me in the end. And then, so the workshop objectives today is today we will decide what you're selling, decide how you'll sell it, and map out the emails and graphics to help support it. Hopefully by the end of this session, you'll know exactly what products you're pushing this holiday season, how you'll promote them, and when those emails and graphics should be going out. What's one product or offer you'd love to sell this holiday season?
Do you want us to answer?
Yes. Yes. If you've got products in mind that you want to sell, let me know. If you haven't, that's what the process is going to help, is draw out what you actually want to be selling this season. Greeting cards, yes, great.
I want to do a blanket. So I just created Christmas pattern in various colorways. And I don't see it as like wallpaper because of the geometry. And do see it as like a blanket, like a throw blanket or a blanket for the bed for winter, for Christmas, the holidays. It
would sell really well.
I have not sold anything in many years. My business wasn't directed towards that, but now it is. I really want to have a presence online solely, or 90% with print on demand and with products. So I need help, but that's one product that I absolutely see.
Yes, I think for a first product, that would probably be a good one to sell because it's going to be in demand this season. How are you going to do it? If you're on about print on demand, it's trying to find a supplier that will do it in good quality. Have you got anybody in mind yet, or is that something you're still looking at?
So there's two companies. I'm on Spoonflower. So I know Spoonflower does like the nice throws.
Yeah.
And then I'm also taking a course right now with Stacy Bloomfield. I don't know the name of the company at the moment, but I know that she has a source for that particular product.
Okay, so as you know, that would be really helpful for you. There are a few companies, and throw blankets are quite a popular product, especially if you can personalize and customize them for the customer. They sell really well. I think it's Gelato, they do them, and they're very good quality. I use Printify. I haven't tried their throw blankets, so you'd need to order one for yourself and check the quality before choosing them.
Yes, I have seen so much I hadn't heard of until just this week, and I think it was on Dolores's thread that people were talking about Gelato and the quality being so good. So I'm definitely going to order one from them.
Yes, it would be a good idea because they're great quality from Gelato. I've had a couple of things. Obviously, I've moved, so I can't find them right now. It's still in boxes and bags at the moment in rooms that we've kind of shut off. I'd have to find them somewhere. I only just found my jumper this week. I've been here 4 weeks and I've only just found my jumper. But yeah, Gelato are great quality. Obviously, you've got Printify. Printful is pretty much the same as Printify because they've merged.
Right.
So whether you go with Printful, I know some people have had issues with quality from the print on demand printers they've used. They kind of got an umbrella of other printers underneath them. So they'll choose which one's related to where the customer is sometimes.
Is that Printful that you're referring to?
Yeah, Printful and Printify, because they're under the same company now. I haven't ordered anything very recently, but I did order my stepdad's birthday t-shirt off of there, and it was good quality. He wears it all the time. At least I know that the t-shirts are still good quality from where I got the print in from. I'm trying to think who else will do blankets.
I can get you the name. I honestly don't recall because I'm so new in the course who Stacy uses, but I know she said it's a really good company. I'm not even sure if you have to order inventory. I think it's a print on demand, but I just don't recall who it is.
Yeah, we can always set up a meeting and we can go further on this after the presentation. I can get you details. I know you're in Dolores's group, so I can message you on that and we can talk more over and how we can further that on. Products and sales formats. We've talked a little bit about that. It could be anything from handmade card pack, or if you're trying to sell your cards through print on demand, digital printables, courses, limited edition pieces. Q format is the busiest shopping season of the year. Buyers start early. You see it in the shops. They have Christmas stuff in September, August. Shops are planning for it early because they know people will buy earlier. And then planning reduces the stress as well. One of the biggest mistakes I see in creatives is they wait until December to promote for Christmas. People aren't buying it at that time, or some last minute people will. The shipping cut-offs, you've got them as well to consider. If you're selling physical products, buyers are searching weeks, even months in advance. People are buying Christmas cards in October, early November. For digital products, it's slightly different. You can sell right up until the holiday itself because delivery is instant, but people still tend to shop early so they can feel organized. When you plan ahead, you don't just sell more, you also avoid the frantic last minute panic of scrambling to throw something together. So some tips for beginners: don't stress. If you don't have any seasonal products ready, promote what you already have. If you've been selling for a while, think about how early you usually start. Could you bring that forward by 2 weeks or 4 weeks to plan as early as possible? If anybody has been selling for a while, have you ever felt that you've missed out on sales because you've promoted too late in the season? If so, you can put that in the chat. Deciding what you're selling. We've already gone through some of this. Handmade, digital, print on demand, or you could be selling originals and limited editions. Step one in choosing what you'll actually sell is you want to pick 1 up to 3 products or a collection to focus on for this season. If you try to sell everything in your shop, your audience won't know what to buy. Imagine walking into a shop that has candles and cushions and jewelry and baby clothes all being promoted at once. It could be really confusing. But if you highlight just 1 or 2 things, like my Christmas collection mugs or this year's digital holiday planner, you make it easier for people to choose from you. And I'm seeing a lot more in the digital space now, with where people are sending people just to 1 product. They've got loads of other products on the back end, but they focus on getting people through the door with 1 low ticket product to funnel people through to then sell them a higher product later. And you can do that if you're an artist. You can do that through selling prints for a lower cost. On the back end, you can sell in your emails to them with limited edition runs. Let's say you had 1 big original painting that you wanted to sell, but you did some little prints of it through print on demand, then funnel them to buy the bigger piece later on down the line, or something that would go with that collection. You could even do, for example, handmade. You maybe do a set of hand painted ornaments and then upsell them to something bigger. Digital, you could do a bundle of printable wall art. For print on demand, you can do a holiday themed tote bag or a cushion. With originals, you can do the 1 large and then limited edition canvas pieces, or you can sell them to have it framed. So the types of offers you can make: there are seasonal products, there are bundles you can do. Flash sales is another one. Obviously, you see that all the time where it's just for a few days and then it's like, okay, that offer's gone now. Bonuses you can just do where you're not discounting a product, but adding a bonus to it to get somebody to make the sale. You can even do the limited editions where it's a higher price, but it's limited edition. They've only got so many they can buy before it runs out, and it creates obviously FOMO, which is obviously fear of missing out. And people like to get it there and then. You don't need to create brand new products if you've already got some. You can also think about how you can package and present what you already have. Maybe bundling products together. So card packs or print bundles, even digital resource packs. You could create a gift set, maybe a mug and a coaster, or a card and wrapping paper and gift tags. You could run a flash sale for urgency, add a simple bonus like free shipping, a digital download, or gift wrapping. Or maybe you add as a bonus, they can customize it. You can release a limited edition version in different colorways or exclusive artwork, maybe even sign something and have that as exclusive for one person. All you need to do is start small. A 2-for-1 deal or some free shipping is easy and doesn't need loads of prep ahead of time. Think about adding exclusivity. Limited editions often create a buzz and urgency, and you can get a lot more sales through that. So maybe, for example, you could do, if you're handmade, maybe you knit stockings, you could match it with tags or maybe bags. An artist could do holiday themed print or card pack, or maybe you can do other things that are themed around the holidays. You could do digital, festive clip art, or maybe social media packs. If you sell to other business owners, you can do mugs, cushions, throw blankets, or wall art prints. Seeing products in seasonal mock-ups can help customers picture how they'll use them or gift them. So mock-ups are such a great thing to be having. And I've lost count of how many mock-ups I've bought over the years from Etsy and Creative Fabrica, and even making my own mock-ups as well. So anybody here that already has products that would fit naturally into the holiday shopping, or do you think you have to repurpose some? Repurposing is so much easier. Something me and both Dolores bang on about a lot is repurposing what we've already got, especially with Dolores because she's got so much stuff. It's hard to get your head around some of it. So experienced sellers, think about layering. Maybe you could do a site-wide discount and do maybe a bonus for orders over £50 or $50, whichever country you're in. You could then do small promotions here and there as well, maybe for a featured product. And it's finding the sale types that feels most natural to you and that you want to try this year. So whether that is a flash sale, maybe a longer 5-day sale or a 7-day sale, or maybe just open a sale for 24 hours. It's completely up to you. Maybe you just want to test the waters if you've not done it before. So with branding, if you've already got a brand, sometimes I know people can go, the holiday colors don't fit with my brand. So do I just do the Christmas colors, or do I just go with my branding? And it's hard to do sometimes, depending on your actual color palette as well, because it's ingrained in us that the Christmas colors are a certain set of colors. And the same with like Halloween, like obviously you've got your black, your orange, your purple are known for obviously the Halloween season. And it's trying to figure out how to blend it together. Purple and gold are my branding colors. So I try to use elements where I can and keep them in a similar style. I try to do more of the watercolor style. That's what I like and what my brand's around. All the magically sparkles and things. So I try to work that into my graphics as much as possible without going over the top in the red and green for Christmas time. I try and tone it down a little bit and just see how I can weave it in a bit. So things like adding just accent colors to certain elements within your branding. And it's just to try and find some kind of consistency, but it still gives people that festive feeling. And think about it like Starbucks cups. When you go to buy a coffee at Christmas, they're still recognizable, but when they add a Christmas design, people instantly know it's seasonal, but they don't go full on Christmassy. So what your main brand colors are and how could you then subtly add a seasonal touch to them. That's what you need to think about. Pinks become red, main brand colors, blues, greens, pinks with an earthy palette. Just trying to figure out where you can just add a little bit, see what you can do. Some people go completely Christmas, which doesn't go with their brand, but it's up to you. If your brand is mostly you, then you can get away with a little bit more. If you don't have a full-on brand with elements, you just want to add little bits here and there, but look at it from a different perspective and go, does this look seasonal without going too far? Because I know some people go completely out of the water and then you just like, I don't know who this is. Yeah, it's okay to use holiday colors that are not your signature style. It's okay. It's like, I know some creators at the moment, they're kind of playing around with different branding for different products. They have their overall brand, but then they've picked out a couple of different colors to go with maybe one other color. They're using their brand and their product in that color. They've got the tie-in with their brand. Whether it's recognizable or not, sometimes it doesn't matter for the product itself, depending on what product it is, if that makes sense. Yeah, so it's like, obviously, sometimes we make things for obviously a set of audience. So let's say you're doing something for dads, you might not like the same colors as what a dad might like. It's trying to keep the brand, but also making sure that you're still approachable with what you're actually selling. If you want to write down what product you're thinking about selling, or if you want to do like a site-wide discount, so the sales format, and then a reposition idea if possible. If you've got products you want to sell, take 2 minutes to jot it down. This will be the anchor for the rest of this workshop. It may be that you don't have a product in mind yet. So it's trying to think about, is there anything coming up that you want to make for? We've got Thanksgiving coming up in November. We have Black Friday at the end of November. If you've got time to make something now, you could have that up for sale for Halloween and do a flash sale. How does it work with print on demand? Are you on about the branding styles? Or are you talking with sales itself?
So you're talking about what product you're focused on first. Let's just say, because we're talking about it, throw blankets.
Yes.
So I'm not going to carry inventory. It'll be a print on demand site. So I can promote it and then they can order it and it would ship from the print on demand site. Is that acceptable?
Are you selling through your own website or another platform?
I can do both. I can sell through my website and also put it up on Etsy.
Yeah, so what you could do is drive traffic to the Etsy or your website and then do the sale. You put it in the promotion graphics and in the text. That would be how you do it. It depends on the sales format you want to do. Let me get my holiday bundle and I'll show you what the sequence would look like. It depends on if you're wanting to sell just one product or whether you want to sell a collection of different products at different prices or site-wide discount. We'll just do the flash sale and I'll show you that. I will give the link to this because I was going to give this as a freebie for the workshop. So what it is this is just a template, email template for a flash sale. So I've done 3 versions. You can add your branding to it and change how you want to speak in it. It comes with 3 core emails plus an optional pre-sale tease as well. So let's go back to here. So obviously the flash sale will be obviously launch day. You send out the first one and the flash sale will be for 48 hours, driving urgency to that sale. You have your title for the subject line, then your body copy, and you can customize it, some more customization. And then I've got recaps in there. You can change the call to action, which is what the CTA means. And then the PS, you can add that in if you want to. Then you've got the 24-hour reminder. That will go out and it just nudges them. And then you have the final email, which will go out a few hours before the sale ends. So then what you would do is obviously you just link your product in your emails and send them to that. And then I've got the bonus email where you can get people excited for the sale before it actually starts and let them know that it's going to be happening. You could send that a few days before or the day before. And then I've got email examples that you could do. So I put one in there for cozy candle set. So just a little heads up, I'm opening up a flash sale on my best-selling hand-poured soy candle gift sets, but it's only for the next 48 hours. Whether you're stocking up for Christmas gifts, treating your best friend, or just a fancy bit of cozy magic for yourself, this is your chance to save a little while they last. And here's what's inside, and then you can do that. And then you add bonuses, so gift wrapped and ready to give, all natural soy wax with crackling wood. This offer ends midnight on Wednesday. Won't be restocking for Christmas. No code needed. Discount already applied automatically. Obviously, that might be different depending on what product you're selling. And then limited stock available, free UK shipping, or when you grab 2 or more. It's just getting people to buy urgently. You can either do like the 48-hour flash sale. You can do emails where it's 5 days, and what you're doing is you're trying to add some social proof in there. If you already have social proof for that product or similar products, then you can add that in, and it helps people obviously buy because you've got testimonials there. For newer people who don't have the testimonials yet, what you want to do is either have friends or family maybe give you some feedback that you can use. It's hard in the beginning because you don't have anyone to give you that proof. And that's why when you start out and you do have people buying, you want to try and push the testimonials as much as you can to get that feedback. But the best way to do it is if you have the product and you can showcase that product in photographs of you using it, or somebody else using it, you can stick that within an email or on a social post. That helps sell your products if you don't have a full testimonial from somebody who's already bought it. Seasonal roadmap. If you map out the rest of this year and part of next year, the holiday sales aren't just one event. You can string them out a little bit because there's obviously quite a lot in this Q4. There's a series of moments like across the season. So think of it like a chain reaction. You've got Halloween, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, which then leads obviously into Christmas, New Year. Then you have Valentine's Day. So you've got quite a lot all packed in. Obviously, the trap for a lot of creatives is they fall into focusing on either one big moment, usually the Christmas and Black Friday, and then they go quiet for the rest of the time. But when you spread promotions across multiple touch points, you increase the chances of being seen and catching buyers who shop early or late or last minute. So tips for beginners: don't feel pressured to do all of the holidays. Even picking just 2 can make a huge difference. If you are starting out, pick 2 that are a bit far apart, test how one sale went and see what you could have tweaked, whether you choose a flash sale and see how that does. And then a bit later on, so let's say for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, you do like a bigger promotion, or you spread it out a little bit over 5 to 7 days. You can do it that way as well and test how that works. And then that kind of shows you how well your sales are going. If you need to do another flash sale after Christmas, you can prep for that ahead of time. Think about it as layering. So anybody who's an experienced seller, if you've got multiple products that you can sell, You think about layering it, and maybe you can do like a small Halloween flash sale, then build into a bigger Black Friday event, and maybe a Boxing Day sale. If you've got stock, you can do a clearance, or wait till January and do like a January sale clearance. Obviously, seasonal anchor points, quite hefty obviously this year. So you've got obviously Halloween on October 31st. Then you have Black Friday, which is November 28th this year. You also have Small Business Saturday in November, which would obviously be great if you are a small business, kind of one to do. You could miss Black Friday and then just do the Small Business Saturday. Cyber Monday, if you're a digital product seller, you can do Cyber Monday. Or if you're handmade, you can pull your promotion into Cyber Monday. But sometimes it can get drowned out. There's Christmas cutoff periods, which can vary based on where you live and the shipping people you use. Make sure you check and promote beforehand. Send out shipping cutoff emails to your audience to let them know if you're looking to buy something, make sure you buy before this date. You can link to your site or products you are trying to push. Then you have Boxing Day, December 26th, and then you've got New Year's, January 1st, Valentine's, February 14th. For physical products, you need to think about the cut-off points. Same with obviously Valentine's Day. People obviously want to be buying Valentine's gifts before February 14th. They don't want it coming after February 14th. For digital products, you don't have to worry about shipping. You can promote right up until Christmas Eve, or create last minute instant gift products if somebody's buying for that kind of thing. So maybe they've need a checklist for Christmas Day or something like that, you can do. And Valentine's is worth mentioning because if you're making physical products, you'll need to design, upload and promote those by December or early January at the latest. Remember, you don't have to do all of these. Just pick one that aligns with your product and your energy right now, or at least one to focus on. Let's say you haven't got any products yet. Okay, then look at Black Friday and see what can you make now and get that up for Black Friday, and then do a sale. You can do maybe a launch. Creation timelines. Uploading early matters more than you think. For handmade or print on demand sellers, you need to aim 6 to 8 weeks ahead to be uploading your listings. That gives the platforms, if you're on the likes of Etsy or Zazzle, time to index your products for customers obviously to then find them. For example, Halloween uploads could ideally be going live for September, so it might be a missed opportunity there. But if you're still uploading for Halloween, it'll be for next year's Halloween, or people maybe last minute gifts if the algorithm helps you on that point. Christmas, you're looking for October to be uploading to make sure that people have got it in time. And it same goes for social media platforms like Pinterest. Pinterest is a search social media platform, and pins can take up to 4 to 6 weeks to circulate and gain traction. So if you want people to see your Christmas pins, you need them live early November, late October at the latest. For licensing, the timeline is even longer. Companies are already working on Christmas 2026 and not 2025 right now. So if licensing is your goal, you need to work a year ahead. What you would be creating now for Christmas, you would be then trying to pitch to licensing companies. So if you've missed the ideal window this year, don't panic. Promote what you already have, like I've already said, repurpose, and you can always sell things that aren't holiday related, but that'll still be good gifts for people. And take note now to be more prepared for next year. I created a promotional calendar for 2025, 2026, but it's only up to March at the moment. So we're in October now. Import your own promotions into it when you think you'll need to be promoting ahead of time. You can add where you want to create products for ahead of time for promotion. So let's say we've got November and we've got Black Friday. You can kick off, what's that, 5 days, is it? 1, 2, 5, yeah, 5 days. So let's say you did a 5-day sale. You can start on the 23rd, which is a Sunday, isn't it? Yeah. So let's say you started on Sunday and then you're promoting all this week here to end on midnight Black Friday. Or let's say you don't do one here, but you do a flash sale. So you could start on the 28th when it's Black Friday and end on the 29th. You can even start on Thanksgiving, but Thanksgiving is when people kind of aren't really buying as much. So it is something to watch out for. That's why sometimes I would do a longer sale when it comes to Black Friday, because then you're meeting people kind of where they're at, especially with Black Friday, because there's so many people doing Black Friday sales. And then, yes, that was it. Small Business Saturday is on the 25th, if I remember rightly. And then with Boxing Day, obviously you got Christmas, then Boxing Day. So Boxing Day, you could send out sales emails or promotions saying, let's say you are doing women or mums or wives, make a gift for yourself. You've done all this work over the Christmas period. Here's something just for you. And then you have New Year's on the 31st. So you can do a blanket discount. Some people might not be that bothered about New Year's itself. You can share your creative process and your top selling products for new followers. If you can think out the box, sometimes like Chinese New Year, let's say you did something, a limited edition, which had like a Chinese inspired vibe for buyers. You got Chinese New Year on the 17th. So maybe you're uploading this week or you're uploading on the 5th. So you can count backwards and say, okay, it takes me 2 days to make this canvas print. I will make it on the 5th and the 6th. Then I will upload it on the 7th or 8th. That gives me time to do the promotionals for it. And then you're selling it maybe this week before the Chinese New Year. Valentine's Day is here. Then you want to be thinking, okay, then I need to be uploading, let's say if you're on Etsy, you need to be uploading in at least January, early December. So you can put in your calendar, let's say you're doing Valentine's, let's say you're illustrating designs in Procreate or Affinity Designer, and you want to get up 10 designs for Valentine's Day. Focus on it in December and get them created. Have a break when there's obviously Christmas time. Then January, you're starting to upload and get them up ready for the algorithm on search to start working in your favor. And then obviously you want to then be ahead and make sure all your promotional graphics or your emails or your social or your promotional copy is all done before February. Does everybody understand, or do you have any questions? There's Groundhog Day as well. So it's another one that I found could be a good one to do. I've seen some Groundhog inspired discounts in February. And then obviously you got March as well. In the UK, Mother's Day is on the 15th next year. So I would need to be creating designs like January, February time and making sure I'm uploading by the end of February, ready for the 15th. If it's printables, that's fine. You can upload them whenever, as long as you're not on the likes of Etsy. If you're creating handmade, then you obviously want to be uploading it well in advance. So you'd probably be looking at the beginning of February to make sure people can buy ahead of time. People are buying Mother's Day gifts weeks, months in advance. So what you want to do, obviously, if you're a beginner, just pick one place that you want to promote, or pick two if you feel confident that you can get products created and plan ahead. If you're experienced, you can layer in more promotions if you want. Why email matters. Social media is noisy. Your followers barely see anything you post. It was either 3 or 4% of your actual followers see your posts. Email is direct, and I'm sure it's like a $40 return on investment or something like that. Algorithms change constantly, and you can spend hours creating content that only a handful of people will see, which is so disheartening, especially if you're a small seller trying to get your foothold in. social media can be soul crushing, but your email list, that's different. Obviously, those people have already said, I want to hear from you. They've chosen to be in your world, and that's powerful because your emails then land directly in their inbox, not in a random feed that they can just scroll past. This is why creatives who use email consistently, especially during the Q4 season, always convert more sales than those just relying on social media like a lot of people do. A tip for beginners: if you don't have a list yet, start with something simple. Just get a free email account and send people to one thing. Even if you don't have a freebie or like a low ticket offer to send people to that, you can always, obviously when people are purchasing, their email gets sent to you. If you're using Etsy, then you need to do a bit more manual work to get people on your email list. Even if it's just friends and family or past customers you can put on your email list, you don't need hundreds to make it work. A tip for some experienced sellers: segment your list. So for example, one segment for people who've bought from you before. You can have one segment for people who only downloaded a freebie. And then you can have another segment that you can tailor your messaging to. If you're a pet portrait photographer, let's say you do portraits of cats and dogs, you can sell better to a cat person if you're showing pictures of cats in your emails, or I've got products around cats that you can sell to them. How many of you already have an email list? Even if it's just a small one, even if it's just your mum on it. If you put that in the chat, it's always cool to see just a few on your blog subscription. It'll work eventually. You just need to keep at it and find different ways you can promote it. Campaign types you can do: flash sales, 24-hour or a 48-hour, which is perfect if you want to create urgency, works well for bundles or clearing stock. Even if you've got a big canvas painting that's going to be limited edition because you've only done the one, a flash sale to get somebody to buy is always welcomed. A 5-day campaign gives you more time to build anticipation. You can share more stories around your work, around the product, and you can overcome more objections through a 5-day. Same goes for a 7-day campaign. For bigger sales like Black Friday, product launches, you can drip out different angles each day. If objections have come up, you can address them in a longer email sequence. Then you have the Black Friday, Cyber Monday campaigns. These can be super competitive, but if you plan well ahead, you can ride out the wave of people actively shopping that weekend. Obviously, the cut-off reminders as well is great for handmade sellers, especially. Obviously, it's huge. If you have last-minute shopping date, let's say for December 15th, you need to email that week and make sure that they're buying before that period of cut-off for shipping. It'll always trigger last minute buyers. And some tips for beginners: start with one email per promotion. Even just one is better than none. Same goes for social media. And then tip from any experienced sellers: you would want to layer your campaigns. For example, run a 5-day flow for Black Friday, then a cut-off reminder for maybe December. It depends on which is easiest for you. So a 5-day example would be: you announce on day one that this is the sale you're doing for this product or products. Day 2 would be the story behind it, why you created it, who's it for. Day 3 would be proof of why they should buy it. Day 4 would be clearing up any objections. And day 5 would be the urgency, reminders that the sale's ending or bonuses are going. So it's just a simple structure that a lot of flows for promotions go through. It's 5 days, 5 emails. You can add a second or even a third email on day 5. Send out 3 reminders, one at very early morning, one midday, and one a few hours before the cart closes or the coupon expires. Then you swap in your own product details and stories and you're all set. So you can shorten this if it's 5 emails. If it feels too much for 5 emails, you can do 3. So let's say you do an announcement, a proof, and then urgency. which is still effective. And then obviously try and use automation where you can. You can pre-schedule in platforms like MailerLite, ConvertKit, and loads of other email platforms. So then you're not having to think about sending it straight on that day. You can plan ahead, create your emails, or use templates and customize them ahead of time, and then schedule them out for each day. My email bundle, I will show a bit more of it because I have a load of other sequences I have created for my holiday sales bundle. I just need to finish formatting them a little bit better because currently they're more in draft format. I just need to finish putting the format into this a little bit better. This is the Black Friday, Cyber Monday email sequence. This one's over 4 days, but you do 5 emails so that on the 4th day, you do 2 reminders. This is ideal for a site-wide discount, category sale, or even the shop bundle. So you would start with email 1 would be a warm-up or a tease, so pre-sale. Then you do email 2, which will be the actual Black Friday launch. Email 3 would then be the weekend reminder. So it would be like, these are flying. Is your favorite still here? And then email 4 would be the objection buster. So you to ask, if anybody's got objections of why it might not be right for them, or money objections or anything, you address it in this email. You can customize these. Email 5 will be final hours, last call for any fence sitters. I think that's it then, isn't it? The shipping cutoff. The shipping cutoff is 5 to 7 days before your shipping cutoff point. Find your postal service, find out what date they say the shipping cutoff is, and make sure you work backwards and send it out 5 to 7 days beforehand, so your customers know this is the date. You've got 5 to 7 days before it's not going to get to you in time, or get to whoever you're sending it to. And then the templates, 5 to 7 days before. I just got a template in with examples, which are short and sweet. I also did 2 versions, one for products that are Halloween based, whether that's theme or topic. Then I did a second sequence for anybody selling anything that isn't Halloween based, but they want to do flash sale for Halloween. Option 1 and option 2. So extended autumn sequence, and then the Halloween sequence. So it's just finding out when your cut-off date is if you sell physical products. If not, you don't really have to worry about that. I've already gone through the mini calendar. So if you want to plan your email dates, let's say you've picked your 5 days or maybe 7 days for Black Friday, or if you're just doing the flash sale, when do you need to send those emails out? Well, let's say work off of Halloween. So let's say you're doing a promotion for Halloween. Maybe you start it on the 30th and end it midnight on the 31st. Or you can even run it from the 31st and run it to the Monday. So what you want to be doing is making sure maybe the week of the 13th or the week of the 20th, you're creating your promotional graphics. Then make sure you're doing your emails and your social copy on the second week, and then making sure that you've got everything scheduled out for the days that you want them in. Inspirational sources. You have the likes of Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook ads, library you can go and check out. But it isn't about copying. If you ever get stuck for ideas, you can spy on what others are doing. Even getting inspiration from branding, colours and themes, how they've used holiday colours or holiday specific elements in their branding. For Pinterest, they have thousands of holiday email examples. You can search Christmas flash sale email and see what comes up. Let's do that now. Let's just have holiday email sale example. So this is a full example. Expand this larger. You can get ideas of what you can do if you're product based and you're physical product based. You can take product photos, mock-ups, and add them in like a certain layout. depending obviously who your email platform is. You can just use templates on some platforms. Let's say if you're with Flowdesk, for example, they have really nice designed templates that you can just pop in the images and it'll create like a lovely email for you. Things like MailerLite, if you're on the paid plan, you can have example templates that you can use as well. But you can go through these examples and have a look. Like Christmas templates here, Christmas email templates. And you can just scroll through, like this is another email template here. Another one. With this one, you've got more blue and white. But it fits in because they've added some little Christmas elements. There's another one there. Christmas offers, they've got their branding, colours, but they've added some Christmassy elements to make it better. You can get some really good examples here. Then you have the likes of Etsy, and you can do holiday gifts. It can give you some inspiration of what's selling, what's popular. If you have products already, you can see what other people are doing, what's the pricing like, how far are they going. But be careful, obviously, with Etsy, because you will have people there that will be going very low and you just can't compete with some of it. So it's just having a look. How are they presenting their products in the listing? This one's got a video showcasing the product. Can you do that? You know, this one's another one showcasing it. You got the little Highland cows there, really cute. Another one. They're doing a lot of these right now, these little videos when you hover over it. Oh, that's another video of the candles just on, lit. And then ads, I'll show the print on demand one. I think that one can give some inspiration for people. Oh, this ad is no longer available. Share this tab. So this is a fall sale, up to 50% off, plus extra 25% on all handmade paintings. Obviously, you don't have to go that steep, but it's just giving you an example of this advert. Custom sizes, colours, free express shipping, premium Nordic frames. And it's just having a look and seeing that's an early fall sale. This one is a holiday ceramic sale. Holiday ceramic sale, Saturday, December 6th and Sunday, December 7th from 10 till 4 at the community centre. This one's at the studio, so you don't have to do everything online if you're studio or your shop. You might want to do a sale and invite people to come along. That's another way of doing it. This one's Master the Art of Resin from Beginner to Pro. Resin Art Notes Bundle is your go-to printable guide for learning everything about resin art without the confusion. And then this one is this one's 100% handmade pieces only. And then that's just a little short ad. I would probably do more about the actual painting piece. So I'd put a little more story in the beginning for this one. Yes, it says 50% off limited time, but why should they buy? You're not connecting to your buyer. You know, why should they buy it? What, because it just looks pretty? You need to explain a little bit more, especially in ads. You want to capture somebody's attention. So graphics and promo assets. So must-have assets you want ahead of time for your promotion copy. You want headers that have your sale on it or the products you're selling. For your website, emails, social posts, you want graphics for them. Obviously, you want mock-ups of the products that you're selling. So lifestyle shots of it being used and things like that. Then you have banners as well. You want your shop banners to have the product on them, whether that's a mock-up or if it's a flat lay. So which of these do you already create? Are you needing to figure out how to create these yourself? Or are you doing the emails, socials, mock-ups, banners? They're all easy to create once you know how. Okay, we're just going to do a quick demonstration in ChatGPT to spark some ideas for anybody. Okay, we're just going to do a quick ChatGPT demonstration. So yeah, obviously once you've mapped out your products, then obviously what campaign you're wanting to do, whether it's a flash sale or 7-day email sequence, you then need to get your graphics sorted. You'll want an email header or a banner, social posts, so think Instagram carousels, reels, reel covers, Pinterest pins. Then you obviously want your product mock-ups showing your designs in seasonal settings. Website, you'd want your shop banners if you have your own site or Etsy shop. These assets are your visual shop window. They catch the eye, stop the scroll, and make your sale feel real. So to help us come up with what kind of graphics we want, this is where I start when I'm stuck. I go to ChatGPT. Instead of staring at a blank canvas, I'll ask ChatGPT for some ideas. The clearer your prompt, the more useful the results. So let me show you. I'll just post this prompt in first. It'll give me 10 holiday themed ideas for promotional graphics to sell handmade greeting cards, art prints, and mugs. Include examples for Instagram posts, Pinterest pins, email headers, make them fun, seasonal, and tailored for customers looking for gifts. So a style mock-up of your mug plus card set under twinkling Christmas tree with wrapped gifts. Text overlay, the perfect little gift set ready for stockings and secret Santas. Pinterest pin, affordable gift ideas under £20. Pin with your product styled as part of a cozy flat lay. Email festive tree with sparkling lights, tagline handmade magic for under the tree. That's just given me a good kind of theme to pull together. Snowy flat lay, overhead shot of greeting cards with sprigs of holly, pine cones, and faux snow scattered around. Pinterest pin, winter wonderland card collection with frosty borders and snowflake icons. Email header, soft snowy background with product mock-ups peeking out. Tagline, warm hearts with handmade. 12 days of gifting countdown. Cozy cocoa vibes. Handmade equals heart made. And sketching painting packing orders with text overlay from hands to your home. Why handmade makes the best gift. Infographic with photos of your products. Message, because gifts should tell a story. See, I like that. That's really cute. That is cozy. Stocking stuffer spotlight. New year, new art. Holiday home styling. Cards that connect. A short reel of someone writing in your greeting card, sealing it and placing it in an envelope with festive stamps. See, that's a great one for cards. Pinterest pin. Holiday card writing inspiration with your card designs highlighted. Email envelopes flying in with holiday sparkle trails. Send more than a card, send a memory. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Limited edition holiday collection. Bold flat lay or your limited run holiday card print mug with limited edition stamped overlay. Exclusive holiday gifts with urgency wording like only available this season. Ribbon wrap frame for email. Limited holiday collection, don't miss out. See, ChatGPT can give you awesome ones. These are just giving you ideas to create around. You can take this prompt and change it if you need to. So let's say you like a few, then you can just pick one. Let's say you pick the gifts under a tree, and then you start creating these. I will show you what you can do with this in a minute. Let's try a different one. This one is 8 Valentine's Day graphic ideas you can use for digital planners, printable wall art, or craft bundles, each with a short creative hook. Tagline you can pop straight onto the graphic. Craft your love story craft bundle. Great handmade magic for the ones you adore. Flat lay of scissors, papers, digital craft icons with heart confetti. Plan with love digital planner. Organize your days the heart-shaped way. Printable art. Gallery wall mock-up with framed Valentine themed art prints, roses, hearts, and quotes. Say it with art this Valentine's Day. Some of them are really cheesy. It depends on what your style is and what your audience are. Sweetheart schedules. Keep your plans as sweet as your Valentine. Love notes for your walls. Printable quotes. Little reminders of love made printable. Yeah, you get the idea. Let's try another prompt before we move on. So this one is create holiday branding elements. Create a list of branding elements with a holiday twist that I can use in my designs. For example, festive color palettes, holiday theme borders, background patterns, or small icons, stars, snowflake, pumpkins. Give me ideas for Halloween, Christmas, and New Year. And then this is giving me branding elements I can use. Obviously, what you can do within this prompt is customize it and put what your colors are. Let's say you have hex codes. You can insert your hex codes. I've done this with mine to create a branding ChatGPT for my own brand. I put in my hex codes for my purples and golds that I use and ask it to find something that will go with it for that holiday. Or you can go with what they say here. So that it's giving you palette colors, it's giving you some border ideas, background patterns, some icons to use, New Year elements, so you can have a look at them. Do you want me to create a ready-to-use swatch set of festive colour hex codes for each holiday? So you can drop them straight into Canva or design software. ChatGPT is really good for some things, and sometimes it's not so good if you're not very specific. Looking at that, you can see how fast that was to get some ideas for your graphics. It's giving you ideas what you can do for graphics for Halloween, holiday, inspired promotions. But instead of wondering what to design, you've now got, let's say, 10 ideas in seconds. You can then swap the product type, let's say mugs, cards, planners, for whatever you sell. Notice how specific I got in the prompt. The more detail you give, the better the results. I could copy these ideas straight into Canva and ask Canva to come up with it in their AI. You can do it with Kittl, and I'll show you how to do it with Kittl because they are very cool. Or you can even try playing around with ChatGPT. If you're proficient in ChatGPT and you know how to get graphics out of it, then you can create your promotional graphics with ChatGPT. Or if you have a Midjourney account, you can use them. Right, now what are we going to do is we're going to move on to something fun. Now, it's brilliant because you can search for ready-made templates and just swap the colours out. I know that's like Canva, but this is different. So what we're going to do is go to Kittl and type in holiday sale and see what pops up. So let's type in the search and see what we can get for holiday sale. There we go. Obviously, I know you can do the same thing in Canva. Just pick a template that you like or is similar to what you would want, and then just play around and make it to your liking. I do like this. Where's this one? So let's say you've got this mock-up here. You can use this and put your card in. So let's say we use this template. What can we change about this? So with this one, you can add your complete design to this flat lay as is, or you can delete this off, delete that off. You've got a different card. We'll stick this in here. This is one of the cards I came up with. Show all folders. Let's go with this one. let's say this is my design. I'm going to go with text. Christmas. Happy Christmas. I actually quite like that. Let's just confirm that one for a minute. Where's the colour? I won't change the colour. Okay, let's go with that. So what you could do is you could put your design on the actual flat lay itself, depending on what you're selling. If it's a Christmas card and you can get it on something like this, then do that. If not, I can show you how to do it. You can click on it in Kittl. This is the very cool thing. You can click on this little arrow once you've selected the artboard. Click on this. This will create a smart board. Smart boards now have as a default Nano Banana, which is a Google model for AI generation. Can you change the card from brown to white and in a card vertical format? I just want to see if this will actually generate this. It might not. I think that template I'm using isn't going to work very well. Just zoom out for a minute. Oh. Nano Banana actually worked. Let's say you wanted it on white and you wanted it on this brown colour. You can sell it on both. You can create... It's the same design, isn't it? Yeah, it has. So what you can do then is create a mock-up. And this is how quickly you can do it with Nano Banana. So I've just showed you mock-ups. So that's how you can do a mock-up. Say we've done a sale shop now. You can do that and have a look for the designs. Let's say this one you want to do. Use this template. Now what you can do is you swap out the colours. Maybe instead of these, you add some of the products around the sides. Yeah, you take these elements out and put products in, or you can keep these in and actually just change the colours to something festive, or you can take these out and put something like a pumpkin. Let's say you go with orange and black for whatever reason. So this is what you do. I'm just going to show you how to quickly do... Ooh, no, I don't want to vectorize that. Let's say we want to change this colour. And let's go with document colors. Don't want document colors. Let's go with... There we go. That kind of works. Yeah, let's go with that. You change your logo, put that there. And then you've got a sales graphic. That's just how quick you can do it. Right, the live recording of my demo of showing Kittl smart boards didn't go as planned in the live workshop. I didn't have the correct tab, so the demo was a dud. This is a new video clip that has been added into the replay to show exactly what I was trying to show you. What you can do for the likes of your products to make it quicker and easier to create variations for mock-ups, and to even use Kittl's AI features to help you design quicker and create variations of your product. So I'm going to show you now. If I go into new project, and if we go to, let's just go with custom, and what we will do is I'm going to upload one I've created a while back. So this is a design I created a while back. I already have like a load of variations of this using different creatures. We'll use this, and what we'll do is with Kittl, if you click on the smartboard, so I'm clicking on the name, so it comes up with this, and then you can click smartboard here, or you can add smartboard from here. What I want to do is create a smartboard. So mine's still there, it's just linked. And what I want to do is please create a mug mock-up of this design. And what I wanted to do was that, actually, before I do that. So this design, in a whimsical Christmas, in a whimsical Christmas mock-up with fairy lights in the background and a child and a little girl holding the mug. Create a, let's put white, or with a teen girl holding the mug. How amazing is that? I gave it a prompt. Obviously, you would want to go to something like maybe ChatGPT to help you refine these prompts before you actually use them. Obviously, I've just came with that off the top of my head. What you'd be better off doing is doing what we did in the previous demo with the ChatGPT, getting image ideas for the likes of mock-ups and for graphics and things. But how cool is that, right? So I've gone from my design to being on a mock-up mug of a girl, a young girl, holding it. Obviously, it might not work so well on a white mug, but let's maybe do the same variation. Change the mug color to, let's go with black because it might work with black. Can you change the mug color to black and keep the same design and mock-up? And Kittl's using this nano banana, which seems to be working incredibly well. So we've got a white version, and it's the same design on a black version of the mug. Works quite well with the black version, to be fair, because it's quite a light design. Same mock-up, I think. Yeah, pretty much the same mock-up. That's just, yeah, that's just so cool. Go back up, click on the artboard, create yet another, so you can kind of see what I'm getting at. So let's go with, where's my prompt? I'm going to go back to this prompt. I'm going to do, please create a cushion mock-up of this design in a whimsical Christmas mock-up with fairy lights and the cushion on a Christmassy sofa. So let's zoom into this. How cool does that look? And you can visualize what your product can be like, what it'll look like. This is quite a light color, so I'm looking at these and thinking, might not work so well on a white mug or a white cushion. Works quite well on a black mug. But then you can look at it and go, okay, I could change the colour, assuming the print partner that you have for your print on demand products, if you do that, actually offers any more colours. So obviously you can keep going with this. You can create another smart board and you can paste that again. Please create a mock-up. A mock-up of this design. On a with a little girl holding the tote bag in a Christmas market. And another thing with this Kittl smart boards is it's much quicker regeneration than the likes of ChatGPT. How awesome is that? Look, it's on a black tote bag. Little girl in a Christmas market holding the bag. And it means that your customers can visualize these. These would be great in emails and social media posts and on the listing posts for you to sell. This isn't a Christmassy design, but you can create the Christmas vibe, that it's a Christmas gift. You know, this is a gift that you can get for your loved ones for Christmas, whether they're like a young teen girl or a little girl who likes unicorns and pretty flowers. So we got tote bag, we got cushion, got 2 variations of mugs. What else could it go on? And then you can keep going and create more. It's probably going to do it on a white background of a throw blanket, but we'll see what it comes up with. Try to think what other colours it would go well on. Like a darker purple, maybe. See how cool that is. I love this nano banana. It looks so good. And look, it's folded. Oh, it does such a great job with mock-ups. Such a great job with mock-ups. And you even got a cat on bed or whatever you want to call it. How cool is that? And it does so well with these. And these make it so much better for your listings because it's making it more unique. These aren't going to be the same for everybody else. So your shop's going to stand out, whether that's on Etsy or your own website or even just your social media posts where you're selling your products. If you can get a great mock-up, like it sells your product so much easier. And with Nano Banana smart boards on Kittl, it just works brilliantly. I hope that has given you some inspiration of how you can use these smart boards. Another way you can do this is you can maybe change it into a different product. So let's say to work better on white products. Let's just see if Nano Banana can do this. Okay, I don't quite like that. It's not worked as well from my it could work. I don't think it's as nice as the lighter version, but you could always do this. And let's say, okay, I'm happy with that. Then what you can then do is convert to image. So this is the smart board here. So I could technically still change this, but what I want to do, let's say this is the image. I want to do that. So what I want to do then is, if I remember rightly, you want to upscale it first. Then you want to, is it vectorize, then move back? Yeah, remove the background. Might not have done it so well, but we'll just, and then vectorize it. Might be alright as it is. Let's just go with 8 colours. This might not work, but we'll just have a go. Yeah, it's not worked as a vectorization. That's fine. You can go back. You can because it's upscaled and the background's been removed. You can, to be honest, it's not so bad. Like that. And what you can then do, let's say you like this, you've removed the background, you've upscaled it, and you want to download, you can just click this quick export. You want it as a PNG, maybe you want it 2 sizes, export. And then you can save this. There we go. So yeah, you can play around and do all sorts with this Nano Banana. And then you can even, if you wanted to move these over here, so you can kind of see your mock-ups a bit better. And that's my PNG. And that's the second version. So you can create very cool variations. You can create really cool mock-ups that are just way more unique than what you'd find on the likes of Etsy, on all the millions of listings that are already out there. And the same goes with these. So let's say you like this one. Say you like this. Okay, now you can, no, what I want to do is convert to image, export, PNG. But you would just keep doing it for each one. Obviously, what you'd want to make sure is when you are doing these mock-ups that you probably use a description from your print provider. Obviously, if this isn't a kind of throw blanket, but they do, then you don't want to be using this as a mock-up because you want it as closely as possible to the actual product. So what you could do is you could put it in, I believe. Oh, I can enhance my prompt. I forgot about that. You can click on the enhance prompt and you can enhance the prompt. Throw blanket mock-up. Featuring the provided design draped on a sofa in a cozy. Let's see if it does a different one. It does another one. Look. That's very much like one I've seen before. And then you can convert that to an image. And then download that. But that's really cool. And then if, let's say, you didn't want the mock-up, you could go back and use the same ones, like convert. Obviously, this blanket is different because it's got like this tapered effect on the bottom, which isn't the same. So you could, in theory, go back and ask it to do it more like a print on demand throw blanket. So you can mess around with this for like ages. So I'm not gonna keep doing that, and we will end it there for now. So it's like testing product ideas without actually making them yet. Create your designs in whatever software you're using, upload them to your computer, and then use those. And then you can add them into Kittl, and you can get mock-ups for them before actually putting them on products. This is great, especially if you do print on demand. You can get mock-ups that are similar to the products that you're actually using. So let's say t-shirts. Create those mock-ups, and then you've got something you can sell with. It's also a way to create scroll-stopping promo graphics quickly with Kittl, and you can use Canva as well. Just change the templates to what you're looking for, and upload your product photos into the smartboard. You get authenticity, and your style. So some quick win checklist. Batch create 3 promo graphics for your sale and see how you get on. If you're doing a longer sale, you want to batch more than that. You want to batch at least 1 for each day that you have the sale on. You can even do multiple graphics. So let's say you're doing 3 feed posts in the week for that sale. Let's say you're doing a 5-day. You want probably 3 posts for your feed. You'll want stories maybe for every day. And then if you're doing reels, you might want to do a couple of reels as well. Then you want to repurpose that across Instagram, Pinterest, and your emails. You can use the same graphics or at least similar. And you just add a festive overlay to product photos, like Christmassy sparkles or something. That's enough to get you some momentum anyway. Well, write down the 3 graphics that you want to do this week. So let's say you've already chosen the product you want to do or the collection you want to promote. What 3 graphics are you going to try and get done this week for it? So take 2 minutes to jot it down. What 3 graphics you'll create this week to support your holiday offer. Keep it simple, 1 email header, 1 Instagram post if you're on Instagram or Pinterest post, and 1 mock-up that you want to create if you already have the product set. So branding and your holiday palette. I know we've talked a little bit about this. So try and keep to branding and then add some seasonal hints. If Christmassy palette works with your branding, then you can try doing that. Or maybe you go out of the box and you actually just create the holiday graphics. If your products are recognizable to you, then you can go more towards seasonal branding. But remember, your brand is what makes you recognizable. Keep your brand colors if you can, and your fonts, or even just the style of your graphics. Just add some seasonal hints. You can use ChatGPT for ideas. You can use ChatGPT to create prompts that generate good graphics in the likes of Kittl, or even in ChatGPT itself. I do that quite a lot. Sometimes I need an ad graphic, so I will get ChatGPT to work up a prompt that I could use to create a good graphic for an ad. Then you can use Kittl or Canva to do the designs and mock-ups. You can even create mock-ups in Affinity Designer, Illustrator, or Photoshop. The magic formula to make your planning easy is use AI for ideas, use templates as much as possible for speed, and bring your personality into it. Templates plus AI plus your product photos or your product designs equals done. Work smarter, not harder. Avoiding burnout. At the end of the day, the reality of Q4, you don't need a huge product line. You don't need to post 5 times a day, but you do need a clear plan and some consistency. Q4 can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. You do not need 20 different products. You don't need to be posting on Instagram daily. You don't need to jump on every single holiday trend. You need a clear focus on 1 to 3 offers, a simple plan of when you'll email and when you'll post, and when you'll create products and upload them. You need consistency, not perfection. Think of it like baking cookies. You don't need 10 different recipes. Just choose 1 or 2, make a batch, and repeat. Tips for beginners. If this is your first Q4, keep it small. Pick 1 product, 1 campaign, do it well, and then learn from it for your next campaign or even for the next year. A tip for some experienced sellers, focus on your proven bestsellers. Q4 isn't the time to experiment with brand new complicated offers unless you're confident you can pull it off or you have the budget to do it. What usually makes Q4 stressful for you? Is it too many product ideas? Is it too much content to make? Is it the time pressure? Or not knowing when to plan for it? Time saving magic. Obviously, batch create your content weeks ahead. Reuse templates wherever possible, or Repurpose one campaign across multiple platforms. This is where we make Q4 manageable. Time-saving strategies. So instead of designing one graphic at a time, sit down and make 5 to 10 in one go. You'll get into a flow and it'll save you hours, especially if you use templates, because starting from scratch is bloody hard. Once you have a template that works for you, duplicate it. Change the colors or the text, but keep the structure. And then have multiple templates. Like I've got 10, 15 ones that I can go back and reuse. You can repurpose campaigns. One email header can also be an Instagram post or a Pinterest pin, a Facebook banner. You don't need graphics for every channel, just what works for you. A lot of people think repurposing is cheating, but it creates consistency across platforms and saves you energy. Your customers don't mind seeing the same look in different places if it reinforces your brand. And some people, it takes a lot of reminding to be able to be top of mind. If I create, for example, a Christmas promotion email with purple and gold with snowflakes in the header, I'll also resize it for Instagram and Pinterest. Same asset, but 3 uses for it. Maybe just change the text a little bit or the title. Start with one platform. If Instagram is where you're most comfortable, focus there, then branch out. A tip for some experienced sellers: set up weekly or monthly batching routine. For example, maybe every Monday morning in October, design that week's promotional graphics in one sitting. Or maybe the Wednesday, you sit down and create the whole sequence for the emails for the sale. Using templates or repurposing across platforms, because I know I use all 3 and they save you so much time in the long run when you allocate time to do these things. Some encouragement. At the end of the day, this season isn't about being everywhere, doing everything, or hitting some impossible standard, which so many people are forced to do sometimes. It's about showing up consistently, sharing your products with confidence. Remember, people out there are willing and waiting for what you've created. Don't let burnout steal your creativity or joy. Focus on what matters most, connecting with your customers, making it easy for them to buy, and enjoying the process along the way. Because your work matters, your creativity is needed, and this holiday season, you deserve to feel proud and excited about what you're putting into this world. If you have any questions, please put them down in the chat or in the comments about offers, email campaigns, graphics, timelines, whatever's on your mind about the holiday sales. Please pop it down in the comments and I will get back to you. Or send me an email. You can always send me an email at kaylee@creativestudio.co.uk. And don't be shy. If you're wondering it, chances are someone else is too. Thank you for joining me today. I know Q4 can feel overwhelming, but just by showing up, you've given yourself such a head start by knowing when you're going to need to do these things. I'll send the replay out and keep an eye on your inbox. If you haven't already, make sure you grab the holiday email toolkit for creatives. It's the plug and play email templates you can use. It'll make it so much easier and time saving. If you like a shortcut for your emails for the campaigns, don't forget, it's there for you. It's packed with ready to use templates for flash sales, Black Friday, cut off reminders, and even New Year's campaigns. Instead of starting from scratch, you can just copy, paste, and tweak it to fit your products. This honestly is the resource I wish I'd had when I first started my candle business. It'll save you hours of staring at a blank screen. I would normally talk about my membership, but as I am currently, the hub is still live on my old system. You can still join if you wanted to, and you'll have access to the content already in that platform. Once I finish the move to my new website, I'll be transferring members and students. For now, I'm not heavily promoting the sign up until everything's fully relaunched. That said, you're all welcome to join if you want to. If you're on my email list anyway, if you're watching this workshop. So what will happen is I will relaunch the membership once it's set up on my new site, probably around my birthday in November. If you have specific topics you want me to cover around creating a sustainable creative business, doing print on demand or digital products, funnels and marketing, email strategy, or something else, please tell me. I want the membership hub to be exactly what you need. What would you love to see in the Spellweaver Creative Hub? Is there a specific workshop you want me to run? Specific templates or resources you would like to see? Your art, your products, your creativity, they deserve to shine, and your customers, they're out there waiting for exactly what you've made this holiday season. Let's make sure they see it. You don't have to do it all. You just have to show up consistently with heart and trust that what you're offering matters. Thank you again for being here. I'm cheering you on every step of the way, and I'll speak to you again soon.